Los Angeles. The Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors is expected to give preliminary approval Tuesday to an ordinance placing a measure on the November ballot that would give the panel authority to remove a publicly elected sheriff from office for cause. On a 4-to-1 vote earlier this month, the board directed county attorneys to draft the legal documents and ballot measure to put before voters in November. Supervisor Kathryn Barger cast the lone dissenting vote. If the board approves the ordinance Tuesday, it will come back for a final vote next week, then be placed on the November 8th ballot. The ballot measure would give the board the power to remove a sheriff for cause on a 4/5 vote of the 5-member panel. Cause is defined as a violation of any law related to the performance of their duties as sheriff, flagrant or repeated neglect of duties, a misappropriation of public funds or property, willful falsification of a relevant official statement or document, or obstruction of any investigation into th. Although board members supporting the measure denied it was political in nature, the move is a clear response to repeated clashes with current Sheriff Alex Villanueva. Villanueva has repeatedly clashed with the board, accusing members of defunding his agency at the expense of public safety, while also rebuffing subpoenas to appear before the county's Civilian Oversight Commission. Board Chair Mitchell and Supervisor Hilda Solis introduced the motion calling for the ballot measure. Mitchell said during the July 12 meeting that the issue goes beyond Villanueva. The issue of sheriff accountability before us is both urgent and systemic, having impacted past generations of Angelenos, but also with important consequences for the future, Mitchell said. Unfortunately, the county has a long and troubling history with sheriff oversight and transparency. The motion by Mitchell and Solis referred to previous sheriffs Lee Baca, who was sent to federal prison on corruption charges, and Peter Pitches, who resisted any involvement in the first internal investigation of deputy gangs from outside the department. Villanueva has blasted the proposal as unconstitutional. He sent a letter to the board earlier this month saying the measure would allow corrupt board members to intimidate sheriffs from carrying out their official duties to investigate crime. This motion is a recipe for public corruption, particularly when cause remains so broad and undefined, the sheriff wrote. Allowing political appointees with an agenda to determine cause is fundamentally flawed. It appears you are making yourselves the judge, jury and executioner for the office of the sheriff, nullifying the will of the voters.